I've been in London for quite a few years now, and I've always been homesick for Singaporean food. I've always wanted to bring a taste of Singapore to London, and I thought curry puffs would do really well here because it's got pastry, it's got curry, it's two things that we know British people already know and love, and it's quite similar to something called Cornish pasty here, which is quite a staple snack for people here. So it took us about maybe 1.5 years to find the right location for the business. Here we are now in the heart of Covent Garden. We get a lot of Singaporeans coming by, but also a lot of international tourists and locals who have never come across Singaporean food before, much as a curry puff, and they're trying it for the first time. The recipe is the same. So in Singapore, we are well known for our spice. The secret spice is in a paste, and that paste is shipped from Singapore. So what you eat here should be same as what you eat in Singapore. I would say the shape of the puff is slightly different. It's a bit bigger because we know, appetites here might be bigger. Perhaps there might be some small minor differences because we use different raw ingredients, but ultimately we want to maintain everything as original and authentic as possible.
Right, so in front of me I have 6 of their flavors, and in the middle is the signature curry chicken with egg, and this is supposed to be the most popular one here. Right off the bat you can see that the crust is a bit thinner. The filling is pretty much just exactly the same, and the flavor is basically Singapore, right, in a puff. We have the Singapore chili crab. It's quite sweet, and the crust is very buttery. It's very crumbly, the typical Old Chang Kee kind of crust that you expect. So let's try the chicken and mushroom, which is probably something for the kids who can't take the spice. It's like a chicken pie inside, and it's pretty much like the one you get in Singapore. So what I have in front of me is the laksa and the nasi lemak with chicken curry. This is the signature chicken curry. So let's try and see if it's anything like what we're used to. Nasi lemak, right? The rice is the most important. It needs to have that coconutty taste. The taste is really intense, and my favorite is the sambal. Has to be like that sweet, spicy mixture. And of course you have the anchovies and the peanuts. So Sandra told me that basically they don't have the usual chicken wings because the office crowd here don't want to dirty their hands while eating the chicken wings. So they have options such as the chicken curry or little bites of fried chicken. So it's easier for them to eat. Let's have a bit of the chicken curry. It's very homely. Okay, let's move on to the laksa. You can see they have like quite a lot of prawns. They're very generous with the prawns. The only thing that's missing to me is the cockles, which is my favorite. But it's okay. Let's see if it's like lemak enough. Oh, it's really good. Especially like the really juicy tau pok here. It's really like fatter than the usual ones in fact.
It has more filling than the one in Singapore. The one in Singapore has a lot more crust, and here it's a lot bigger as well, so it's a bit like a pasty.
Yeah.
But the flavor is the same, so.
It's a bit more buttery, I think, the pastry compared to the one in Singapore.
Over the next year or so, I think the plan is to maybe expand our menu, introduce a few more puffs, other kinds of dishes, Singaporean dishes, and look at delivery. And of course, obviously the ambition is to then expand and have a few more shops in the UK as well.